morning and aloha, beautiful beings of light. Rick Ely, thanks for tuning in. Today is Friday. I think it's the 27th. Don't quote me on the day. January 27th, I think. The power of positive intent. So you've heard me speak before about intentions, how your intentions will always follow you. And the power of positive intent is equal to the power of negative intent. In other words, your intentions are going to follow you whether they're positive or negative. So it seems only logical that your intentions should be positive. How much more impactful would positive intent be for your well-being? Well, again, it seems only logical that the impact would be of a positive nature rather than of a negative nature. Your intentions, your thoughts, your feelings that you have that you're carrying into your day about the things that are going on in your day. Maybe you're a problem solver. Maybe you are a consultant. Maybe you are a CFO, a CEO. Maybe you're balancing a budget. Maybe you're balancing a family, a life. Whatever the case may be, you're balancing your own life. And carrying a positive intent throughout the day with everything that you do is going to follow you. Where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? What we're creating in our lives, in our world, in the next picture, in the next scene that you see before you, is predetermined by your intentions, by your positive or negative interaction with your own thoughts. Oftentimes you'll come up with a thought and it'll be completely erroneous and misleading because of fear or doubt. You may have a thought. I'll just give you an example. Yesterday, I had received a package in the mail, and the package said it was a 12-pin transducer, and I'd ordered a 9-pin transducer. Logically, you're thinking, okay, well, they sent the wrong one. I'm thinking the same thing. God, man, dang it, I got this all scheduled and all of these things, only to go through an exercise of finding out later that I actually had the right package. My intentions followed me. I did the research. I did the homework. It doesn't mean people don't make mistakes, and this could be wrong. But if I'm thinking on a negative thoughts, it's more likely that those negative thoughts are going to come into play. Well, how does it come into play? Can it come into play in a loss of time, a loss of energy? All that time, all that energy has been spent on different things, moving in a positive direction rather than, chasing my tail. Everything worked out well for me still, but time and energy is lost or spent, rather, because you're spending it on something. You're spending it somewhere. And it's either being spent in a direction of what you want to experience, or it's being spent on things you don't want to experience. Granted, I didn't want to make a mistake. I didn't want to put the wrong transducer in the boat and have to come back out and haul it out. And I double check, triple check. You do all of these things for safe measure. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. direction of what you want to experience. Maybe not a bad example because it all turned out well. But what if we're talking about your spouse or your children or the ones that you love the most, and if you're thinking along the lines of, something that's very troublesome, and you're going to grow that, and you spend all that time and all that energy in thoughts that are unhealthy, or fear that is unhealthy, as opposed to all of the wonderful and beautiful things that are about them. Human beings, we tend to worry. We tend to spend so much time and energy on things that they manifest out of our own fear. So going through life with a positive intent, trusting and verifying, paying attention to where what your intentions are. Most of the time, these intentions that we have, even if they're out of fear, is self-preservation, fear of loss. But if we focus all that time and all that energy on things that we really want to experience, like the health and well-being of our families, the ones we love, of the jobs and the things that we get to nurture along the way, we're going to find that we're going to be in a much more balanced position to handle those things when they do come up, as opposed to, living in fear about what could happen. Just my two cents, carrying out my day with positive intent. I do believe that you're